Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video here on the channel. Now today we're in Chapter 2, Season 8. I've only played one game. We have looked over the Battle Pass already. I haven't bought it yet, but unfortunately in my stream that I was doing earlier, it was lagging something terrible. So I've decided to do a video so that you guys can see some actual gameplay of the new map, the new features, the sideways zones, everything. It is very, very interesting. The quest system in particular is what I find the change to be quite weird. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it yet, but I think we'll get used to it, and over time we'll grow to like it. It seems a lot simpler than the previous seasons, so maybe that's why they've done it, to try and simplify things, make leveling up even easier. But we're going to go straight into a solo. We're just going to go and play one, maybe two games on this video, so you guys can actually get to see some of the new places. In the stream, we did go to the Destroyed Dish, which is right over by Dirty Docks. There is an ominous big purple cube there. Now, one thing to mention is that sideways zones. There is one in every single game. So in every single game, you will have a place that's name is marked in yellowy orange. If you go there, it'll be a corrupted sideways zone where there'll be lots of cube monsters for you to fight. They will give you loot. There'll also be chests there, sideways chests, which will give you better loot as well. So the loot there will be good, but you do run the risk of being killed by cube monsters. The actual spawn island itself, I'm loving. So I also like the feature that you can now see your XP up in the top right and how close you are to the next level in-game. So as you can see, I'm only 16,375 away from level 2. So, the fact that you can actually see that is really, really nice. So, the fact that the mothership has crashed as well, and you can just see it sort of floating out north of the map, is quite intriguing. It really is quite a big structure, I've got to say. Very big, very ominous. So I'm going to go and land at the one over by Coral Castle and the Stealthy Stronghold, I think. We'll go and land over at that corrupted zone. The actual sideways zone, as you can see, is marked with the orangey sort of writing on bony burbs, and there is the purpley orange circle there. You'll also see like little purple rifts on the map as well. Those are also sideways zones. If you go there, it'll actually spawn a small sideways zone, and you go and get to fight the sideways monsters there. The whole concept of the sideways is very intriguing. So if you actually look at all the destroyed areas, they are all linked to the actual dishes themselves. If you look down at Bony Burbs as well, it's surrounded by that big bubble of impending doom. But the actual cube zones themselves do have a big cube in them. They'll have a abductor, and there will be shadow stones as well that you can pick up and use. So shadow stones are back. Now this is quite a big zone with very massive cube in it again. Wonder what it's named. It doesn't seem to have given us a name. So yeah, all in all, it's the cubes themselves don't actually seem to be attacking or moving or anything. They just sort of exist and they push you back if you run into them. So this landmark is the Smashed Stronghold. Okay, that's nice to know. So I've seen some people questioning what the big purple beams are. They're actually they're basically the new version of slipstreams. Slipstreams are basically back now, and this is the new version for them. Another thing with the new season that I really like, and a lot of people seem to have picked up on, is crows. We do now have flying wildlife. You kill them and you get 2 pieces of meat. They're quite plenty, and they're very small. They can be quite hard to see, so keep your eye out for them if you want to hunt some crows. For now, I'm going to switch my lever action to this pump. So these are very cool. They do act almost exactly like slipstreams. You can change direction to get out of them. You sort of fly directly out of them. And they only seem to be in the corrupted areas that have been destroyed. Wait, if we can get up higher, we can go all the way up there and then glide out from there. I'll head down towards another corrupted zone, or maybe Bony Burbs itself, so that we can go and properly see the effects that the Operation Skyfire has had on the map, because Sloane seemed to not anticipate half of what she's caused. She really has caused a lot of chaos, and it's been reflected in the fact that there's about 4 or 5 cubes on the map, and those are going to move around. There will probably be more coming in later on in the season. They're going to move around, they're going to spread their corruption. So map changes this season, maybe not so many at the start, but there will be significant map changes as the season progresses, or at least we can expect there to be. So if I head over here, wow, this is quite the destruction this place has caused. I find it interesting that a cube has landed where pretty much every abductor landed. It's quite intriguing that they've done that. I don't know quite why they've done it like that, to be honest. There's some wolves over here. So this is the Shattered Saucer next to Believer Beach. Quite a large, intimidating zone. That is another thing that I did mention in the stream. Fog is now sort of back as like a weather feature. So as you're going around at night, chances are you'll have a little bit of fog coming in. It shouldn't be too intense, but that might mean that the sniper game is a little less intense this season, because that was something that many people were overusing last season. So there seems to be quite a big significant area down towards Weeping Woods as well, where it's almost spooky. In fact, so spooky that they've had to rename it to the Wasted Woods. That's quite intriguing to note. That seems to stretch all the way down into the swamp itself. And yeah, there are the abductor pads as well in the zones where abductors have come down. Oh, the Greasy Graves is still here. In fact, I think they've moved the Greasy Graves. Yeah, they have. The Greasy Graves themselves have been moved slightly. They've been displaced. It's intriguing to note. But yeah, another thing that I failed to mention from what I've got in my loot, Harpoons Are Back. So that'll be interesting to see if people start using those to get kills again, or if we just use those for fish, because there are a lot of different fish in this season. All in all, I quite like this season. The Battle Pass is not the best Battle Pass. That is the only thing that I'm going to straight up admit. I'm not that impressed by the Battle Pass at all. Oh, there's like a new hut over here. It's not a new hut, it's just I've been stupid and didn't quite realise how far over I was. So the Greasy Graves might not have moved actually. They look to be, if in that case, they are probably in about the same place that they were. Be intriguing to note if they have moved or if anything has moved from the old map. But I'm looking at the map and seeing some more sideways zones where the rifts have been activated. So where there was a rift over there, for example, you can see a purple and gold little circle. So you'll actually see the purple and gold circles where the sideways zones are, where it's almost uninhabitable. Quite dangerous to go there, I guess. So yeah, as you can see, the actual fish themselves, not much has really changed there. It's still sort of the fishing collection, and fish, you'll catch a fish, you'll get given a size. So the fishing collection works pretty much the same, but there will be new fish there. So I'm just going to head straight up towards Bony Bird, and I'm going to enter the sideways zone so that you guys can experience it properly without the lag. So this is what they look like from the outside, and then when you enter the bubble, everything has changed. Everything is all affected by the cubes. And you can pick up cube monster parts. You cannot build in these areas, is one important thing to note. But you do also have these sideways weapons. The actual areas themselves are, as you can see, also anti-gravity. So you get all those different sideways weapons. As you can see, that guy just drilled me with that sideways rifle. Very, very powerful weapons from the sideways. But all in all, there's a lot of new features in this season that are going to take some getting used to. So some people might get thrown off by this season at first, and some people might even be off-put by it. But don't let it put you off the season. Let yourself actually take the time to get used to it, because I can see the potential with this season. There is a lot that could happen, and there's a lot of things that they've done right, and frankly, I'm quite enjoying the season already, but there are some things that I'm a little bit unsure about at the moment, but I'll give them the time. So with that in mind, guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you find it informative, enjoyable, and fun to watch, and I'll see you all in the next one.